Hey guys, welcome to That Pedal Show. Dan here.
Mick here, hello.
Okay, pick and mix today. What do we got, Michael?
We've got the JHS Unicorn version 2, which is a Univibe type thing.
Nice.
We've got
the Retro Super from Keeley with the coolest graphics I've possibly ever seen on a pedal. It's so awesome.
Pride of Texas, Danelectro Billionaire pedals.
And the Thorpy The Fat General.
Nice, that was almost like we'd sort of semi-rehearsed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in complete synchronicity. We've synced up, Michael, finally.
What's the Thorpy Fat General?
Compressor.
Good.
Yeah.
Right, so on a recent pick and mix, or maybe on the next pick and mix, depending on what order these go out in, we looked at the Dry Bell Vibe machine.
Vibe is very good.
Which is a superb Univibe type pedal.
That it is.
With a load of extra stuff on it,
Hmm.
like switches, etc. Yeah, that's just going to annoy me in the audio.
I do.
For some reason, our vocal microphones here are just they seem to be picking up the noise of the ambient noise of the room louder than our voices, and it's bothering me. So I need to talk to someone who knows about these things.
Right.
Yeah, they are pointed at us, just for the record.
Maybe we can have some boom guys just for comedy effect.
Yeah.
You know, come on.
Okay. Now, so claims JHS, first ever 100% analog photocell Univibe type with tap tempo.
Very nice.
So presumably they are getting around the Roche business with photocells because they were not allowed for a while, weren't they?
Yeah. I'd personally be fascinated to find out how they're doing it. Have you seen Josh's vlogs that he's doing?
Yes. Yeah. Very good.
They're brilliant.
Check out Josh from JHS does a vlog, which is really cool. Anyway, we've only got half an hour, Dan, so...
Someone's already yelling at us. All right. Right, here we go. Right, the Unicorn. Sir. All right, the amps today we just found a couple of amps in the back we thought we'd give an airing. There's the 2-Rock Classic Reverb Signature, 100 watt, and the Audio Kitchen Big Chopper, which is 30 watt. And together they sound like this. Righteous. Okay, vibe.
Did it suddenly just get faster all by
It
itself?
did. It did.
Awesome.
It's too much rock.
It couldn't take the rock. It was like, you're playing this wrong, I need to get faster. That sounds really, really nice.
It's really lovely.
Do you want it with or without?
A little bit, yeah.
It sounds absolutely amazing. The one thing I can't get my head around is the tap tempo.
No, me either.
So what have we got? The 1/4 inch jack on the right hand side is a blah blah blah. Tap tempo. Right foot switch taps in the speed of the modulation. Internal switch.
Bloody internal switch. Okay, fair enough.
Lets you choose between tap or expression mode for the tap. Oh no, that's just for the external jack. Okay, yep. It's not like you have to have it set one way on the speed thing.
Well, I thought you might have to.
It seems to want to go back to that speed all the time.
Yeah.
Oh God, what have we done wrong?
Hang on, let me see if I can.
Whenever there's a tricky feature, the speed knob overrides the tap tempo when rotated. You would expect that.
Oh, hang on. I can speed it up with tap tempo. I just can't slow it down.
Well, it's gone very slow now. Maybe it takes a while to speed up and slow down.
Maybe. It's a mystery. We'll have a look at that later. But it sounds brilliant.
Maybe there's a little guy in there like doing the thing, and it takes a while for the message to get to him.
Guys, just
pick a tempo. Come on, let's speed up, slow down. Right, and okay, it'll all come out in the comment section, no doubt. What we heard with that, actually, to be less facetious, it does sound.
It sounds magic.
Really, really brilliant.
It's something that we're doing wrong, I'm sure, and we'll work it out. But boy, oh boy, that sounds absolutely magic.
Yep.
We had a look at his the Panther Cub 2 on the last show, and that also sounded magic. But we couldn't work out how to reduce the modulation depth.
Yeah.
And yeah. Hey, analog. Woo!
Josh's next vlog will be about how rubbish that pedal show is. Should read the manual. I just did read the manual, by the way. So anyway, moving on. You also heard the Pride of Texas there, which we switched in with it, which is one of Danelectro's range of Billionaire pedals that have been out for a little while now. I thought that sounded blooming good. Pride of Texas says... bluesy tone of one of the greatest players to ever walk the earth, fattens up the signal without a loss of clarity or voice, adds push and fatness to a single coil or humbuckers, plenty of boost for crunch or rhythm or solos who take one pedal to the studio. Okay, so...
Whenever I hear someone say bluesy tone...
Pride of Texas, one of the greatest players to ever walk the earth. I mean, Who could they be talking about? They could be talking about Billy Gibbons. They could be talking about Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yes.
They could be talking about Eric Johnson. They could be talking about T-Bone Walker.
Yep.
They all had a bluesy-ish tone, and they all came from Texas.
Right. And they all sound completely different.
Yeah. So what do we reckon? It's Stevie Ray Vaughan?
Yes.
Likely, isn't it?
Texas Pride.
Yeah. Transparent Texas Blues. Oh, awesome, Dan. Suggested settings.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Cool.
I thought, okay, when I saw that, I thought it was like a one manual fits all for the entire range, but no, it's actually suggested settings for that pedal, which is great.
So, is there one that suggests Stevie Ray type sound there? Go on. In the suggested settings.
No.
Transparent Texas Blues.
There you go. That'll.
Yeah.
Beefy Blues.
Transparent Texas Blues. Volume all the way down, was that? Gain all the way down? Oh, no. Those
That's completely transparent because it's off.
No. The arrows show you where the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right, fair enough.
Yeah. Right. So what do we think of that?
Boy, that sounds really good, doesn't it?
Not much wrong with that.
No. Fantastic.
Excellent.
Really, really good.
So from the description and the name of it, you might think it's a bit tube screamery, but it's nothing. Well, it's not nothing like a tube screamery. It's not tube screamery. It's got much nice bitier top end. Really good. Really like that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
And knowing Danelectro, it's not terribly expensive. Even though it's called Billionaire, you wouldn't have to be one to buy it, probably. It's an interesting name for a pedal range, that.
It is.
Because Billionaire has nothing but negative connotations in the UK.
Yeah,
There's
right.
nothing good about being a billionaire in the UK.
No.
But in America, it's probably a really good thing to be a billionaire, isn't it?
Well, considering the way things are, yeah.
Well,
I guess.
50% of the country think it's good to be a billionaire. 50% less so. Let's move on. So from Texas, we go to the middle there. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Okay. That's where they're from, isn't it? Keeley?
Yeah.
Edmund,
Yes.
which is also Daniel's middle name. How about that?
That's just one for the identity thieves.
Yeah.
There you go.
And your initials are Des.
Which is my dad's name. No joke. No lie.
If it wasn't for the fact that it's your dad's name, I would start calling you Des from this moment on.
My brother's nickname is Des because his initials spelled Des as well.
There was a guy who used to live not near us, a little bit near us, and he had this Range Rover, and the number plate was Des, and I used to see Des, and he's a snappy dressing guy, and we were driving to work, and my wife and I would always say, "Oh, there's Des," assuming that his name was Des. Anyway, I was in town one day, never even met the guy, and I wasn't even thinking. I was just walking along, and I saw him, and I went, "All right, Des," and he literally is like,
My name's Keith.
yeah, he just didn't know what to say. He just kept walking on by. I was like, "Oh no, it wasn't called Des at all." Anyway, you are called Des. That was terrible. Right, Retro Super Fat Mod, is it?
Yeah.
Retro Super Germanium Fat Mod. Retro
Now,
Super Germanium Fat Mod, which is a limited edition.
We heard the original Germanium Fat Mod in Germany. Robert had just designed it, brought over one of the very first production models of it, and it was absolutely stellar. This is, I don't know, is it the same circuit or has he tweaked
It's a
it?
fuzz, it's a drive, it's a crank damp. The Keeley Retro Super Germanium Fat Mod, blah blah blah. Maximum dynamic retro gain, Retro Super Germanium Fat Mod. Let's get into it.
Okay, all right.
Let's do this. Happy.
So you've got, hang on, you've got flat and you've got fat.
Yeah,
Okay.
flat and fat. Fat is an added bass boost.
Okay. All right. Everything at noon. Check out the way that cleans up on the volume.
Yeah, I was
That's
thinking
really
as you
amazing.
did it, I was thinking that seems to be a feature of Germanium equipped things, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know what that reminds me of in a small way? A little bit like the old power booster.
Right.
Tiny, tiny, tiny bit. Dan and I did a show recently using a original 72 high watt custom 100, and also various colour sound power boosters. It's not the same thing, but the way it's got that lovely fuzziness
And the breakup on that edge.
when the volume control's all the way up, but then it'll clean right up all the way back. Have to say, so in a previous pick and mix, we looked at a Ram's Head style big muff, and one of the reasons I've never used pedals like that is because I can't, it simply doesn't clean up off the volume pot at all.
Yep.
You go back to like 2, and it's still dirty. I love pedals like that clean up in that way.
Yeah. No.
It's killer. When we first turned it on, I thought, oh god, this is a bit thin, and then you just find that little sweet spot.
Well, that's why there's a switch on there that says Phat.
But equally, if you've got like a particular type of guitar and amp, and you need it a bit thinner, especially to cut through solos and stuff. Very cool.
Gee, it makes some great stuff.
Very cool. I think that's part of a limited edition as well. So whether you can still get that one with those graphics.
Oh, okay.
Don't know.
Really lovely.
Yeah,
really lovely. Okay.
Compress, baby.
Compress. All right. So Adrian Thorpe from Thorpy Pedals. He's been a really good friend of ours. One of our really early shows, we had the
Muffin Cloud, the
gunshot.
Yeah.
And we've always been so impressed.
When we were in the corner of a black room and didn't know anything about lighting, sound, or
videos in general,
much else.
But his stuff has just been consistently fantastic. This is his compressor. Now,
what is it?
It is so Dan Coggins, who works with Adrian and helps him design stuff. Dan Coggins had
Footloose, is that him?
Yes, that's him.
What's the riff?
It's an A, isn't it? Been working. Right. So, Dan Coggins.
Not Kenny Loggins.
Not Kenny Loggins. I just can't not think of him now as Kenny Loggins dancing in that barn. Anyway, Dan Coggins is an amazing designer. Had a company called Dinosaural. Also was the designer for Love Tone Effects.
Yeah.
The Big Cheese.
Big Cheese
and all,
meatball.
yeah, so he designed all those.
The ball cheese.
The ball cheese. The brown sauce.
Yeah.
So the Fat General,
It's the last video
Dan
we've done
Coggins had a compressor called the OC. I want to say P. Anyway, fantastic optical compressor. And this is a sort of reimagination of that circuit with a couple of extra cool features, and it's been tweaked. But so basically, you've got two modes. You've got the juicy mode and the blend mode. In the juicy mode,
Yep.
you've got the amount of sustain from the compression, the balance, which is how much, like the volume control. In the juicy mode, it's the volume control, and then you've got a treble. So we'll have a listen to it with you. So. With a telly, so
Interesting. It's not feeding in a load of on the end there to give you kind of endless sustain like some compressors do.
right.
You know, so you go. Scintillating.
I love this treble control. So if I give you a bit more, just. That's the juicy mode, and then the blend mode, the volume controls, which is called balance, becomes a balance between the clean and the blend. So,
yeah.
So at the moment, it's the thing. I've always liked compressors that have got that balance mode in them, but having the straight compression mode gives you that really squishy, that proper effect of a compressor. So, but if I put it in blend, we then get. And there are loads of players who are using this as their always-on pedal.
Right.
It sounds fantastic.
I would imagine that mode is probably better if you were running it after overdrive as well, is it? Or before even, because you retain can retain some of the front of your note.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's the middle?
Yeah, but yeah, so. So if I kick the Pride on and then I'll.
just to explain that, because it's compressing everything, the compressor's going, loud signal, compress.
Yes.
Whereas in the blend mode, it's allowing... Yeah.
Yeah.
So does that give us, then...
The sustain.
That sustain afterwards?
Let's just hear that before.
Very nice indeed.
It's lovely.
That sits somewhere for me between what I would expect out of like a squashy Dynacompy thing,
Yep.
and the sheer majesty studio like origin
Of the Cali.
of the Cali.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that seems like it's a terrible reductive statement, but it seems somewhere in between the two, because the Cali is really mega studio, super smooth.
Yep.
Beautiful, can hardly perceive it's on sometimes. That you definitely get more of the obvious compression effect.
Yeah.
I mean, Cali will do that, but
Yeah. Well, that optical compression, you know, it has a sound to it, but it's, you know, the design of it really is, you know, like really high end. You know, so you do get that real quality compression with it, but it still sounds like a compressor.
yeah,
As opposed to, you know, things that's like, is it on, you know, because sometimes with the Cali, there are times when I want my Dynacomp sound.
yeah, right.
I want it to collapse
Yeah,
in
yeah,
itself, you know, and the Cali's so good I struggle to make it do that, you know.
Well, it's what you were saying before. It's the difference between a functional thing that's doing a what you might think of as an audio job,
Yeah.
and an effect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's wonderful. It's a, you know, fantastic
Groovy.
thing. There we
Right,
go.
One thing left to do, mate. Your turn, I believe.
Okay. Massive thank you for watching, guys. Please check out thatpedalshowstore.com or our t-shirts, and the D&M drives are back in stock. Bunch of stuff on there. Massive thank you to our preferred retailers. If you check out the notes below, which Mick does a fantastic job every week on writing out, so check those out. It will also take you to certain places in the video if you want to see specific things. And also, of course, massive thank you to our patrons on Patreon. Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate it. Have a fantastic week, and we will see you next week. Cheers, guys. Bye.